This might be way down the list of importance, but create a to-do list or a template. I like to say a template for your day, your life, or anything that you're working on that you're trying to do better in life. It may be just getting up and getting your clothes on and washing dishes, or it may be something more complicated like a business meeting. Create a template, something as simple as you know what an agenda is. Just get a piece of paper, put, okay, this hour, and this hour, here's what I'd like to do, I have in my mind, or this subject, 3 different subjects you're going to work on. It's kind of like a to-do list, it's kind of like an agenda, and it's kind of like a template for your day or for your life. And whether it's for one day, you're trying to function better, or whether it's for the next few years, think about that concept, creating a template, a to-do list, an agenda to give you a framework, and write it on paper. Get a cheap spiral notebook and put the date at the top, and just, even if you just say, I want to feel better, do it. I am praying to Jesus for help to feel better. Keep it super simple, my friends, and it really will help you. I'm a big believer in pen and paper, pencil and paper, and writing things down, and I call it a brain dump. So you ever heard of that term, brain dump? Another kind of like journaling. Just especially when you first wake up, you can just thank you, Jesus, I'm alive. I'm able to read and write this down, and then just write things down just to kind of clear the cobwebs. Go for a walk. It's easier for me to pray when I'm walking. I was raised in our traditional church's environment where you get on your knees and you fold your hands and you pray, and I thought you're supposed to do that quietly in your room. But for me, over 60, and with all the distractions in the world, and sometimes fatigue, and I struggle with fibromyalgia, and so many of us have issues and struggles with our health. I find going for a walk, I can focus better, and I just talk and talk and talk to God. Sometimes out loud if no one can hear me, no one's nearby, or just in my mind. And so those 2 things is all I wanted to share with you tonight. I'm sorry I waited 3 months to get back on here, but I realized I just have to do it, and quit making excuses and stop being afraid that it has to look a certain way, like a fancy podcast interview style with 2 people going back and forth and sharing positive tips on how they got through it. So 2 things: begin everything with prayer, like asking for help or anything you do. And second, have a to-do list or a template or an agenda to kind of organize your thoughts. And in that, if you can't even